Sex and gender are different. You can't change your sex, you can't change your gender because gender is purely socially constructed. But wait a minute, if we're feminists, is not all gender kind of oppressive? Does it not always oppress women? Does it not always set unrealistic standards for men? Oh no, maybe we should just get rid of all of it and thereby trans people as well. That's where they'll usually go anyway. So I can't 100% confirm that I'm the Wait, was this article written by Lavloon? This is a very live, laugh, love kind of article. Why would you do an article about how much you like? Why are you so dumb? Why? Why are you so stupid? Why? So, I've just been sent this. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but we'll figure it out. Okay. I was frozen on the spot in shock. It was said to intimidate. How a friendly chat in the ladies of a London pub turned menacing and plunged a Tory councillor, 22, into the clash between trans rights and women's safety. These days, I don't feel safe going into the ladies' loo alone. That's a statement I never thought I'd make. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm neither shy nor fearful, but after my experience at a Westminster pub earlier this month, that's how I feel. Frequented predominantly by civil servants, the Marquis of Granby is near where I work, but it could just as easily have been any pub in the country. It was a Wednesday night, and I was attending an event upstairs. Before heading home after a pleasant evening, I went to the ladies' loo, which had 2 cubicles. I emerged from mine at the same time as the woman next door, who, at about 6 feet tall, towered over me. Oh no. She wore a skimpy top which made her shoulders seem bigger, and she spoke with a strikingly deep voice. A trans Oh no. The lavatory was cramped and I had to stand directly behind her while waiting to use the wash basin. Okay. I can't deny I was a bit shocked, yet there was a sense of novelty.
Remember the Holodomor?
What would she be like? Well, we had a nice chat. Not exactly girly, but friendly. I thought, this is going well. I'm handling the situation fine. I didn't treat her any differently. Why would I? We spoke about the paucity of loo paper, the dreadful taps, and the temperamental hand dryer. It was as she moved to the door to leave that it happened. I remarked that we had no choice but to awkwardly shake our hands dry, and she turned to me and replied, I'm going to wipe my hands on my penis. With that, she disappeared. Until this, our conversation had been quite positive and pleasant. Now I was frozen in the spot in shock. There is no doubt in my mind that this was a threat of sorts. Why would you assert the fact that you had a penis in a female single-sex space? I felt like I had been flashed as the penis image was put in my mind by her announcement. It was said to intimidate. The close proximity made it much scarier still. What if she turned violent? It would be 10 minutes before my friends realized I was missing. They were waiting outside, and when I told them, they were equally shocked. I just wanted to get home. This brief but deeply troubling episode played on my mind for the rest of the week, and I found myself examining all sides of the debate over whether men who self-identify as women should have access to female-only spaces. Who, I reflected, would want to hear about this and who would care? Cabinet Minister Kemi Badenoch had been vocal on this issue, and I wrote to her about what happened. Doing so made me feel a bit better. I also wrote to the pub. One thing I didn't do, however, was tell the police. I didn't want to be accused of transphobia for saying this person was in the wrong bathroom. I feel it important to state that I support trans people's rights to live an authentic lifestyle and agree that people with gender dysphoria should be able to change their gender after 18. But single-sex spaces are paramount to women's safety. Sex and gender are different. If someone wants to use a different set of pronouns, I'm completely accepting of that and will always try to accommodate them. Was this article written by Lavloon? This is a very live, laugh, love kind of article. But the issue of self-ID is different. Women are in danger because there isn't an open dialogue about the erosion of women's spaces. People are too afraid to speak out for fear of being cancelled. men's spaces remain single sex while the alternative is mixed gender. Politicians need to note the multitude of examples such as mine and much worse. Yeah, there's much worse. That's the thing about my experience. It could easily become the norm and everyday occurrence. Now, Lav thinks sex and gender are the same. Nope, this person will. If you push this person, they will say that too. They will say that sex and gender are different. You can't change your sex, you can't change your gender because gender is purely socially constructed. But wait a minute, if we're feminists, is not all gender kind of oppressive? Does it not always oppress women? Does it not always set unrealistic standards for men? Oh no, maybe we should just get rid of all of it and thereby trans people as well. That's where they'll usually go anyway. Are we to live with the fear that every time we use a public toilet, we might encounter a threatening trans woman with a penis? What are you talking about? There is more. Fuck you. This is gold. I want to raise awareness of this issue and use my platform as a counselor to make change. In Primark recently, I had my first experience using gender-neutral changing rooms. They have a little curtain, but no locking door. I was trying on jeans and felt quite vulnerable, at risk. The blurring of the sexes is now everywhere. I went to Boots Opticians, and by accident tried on a pair of men's glasses that were far too big for my face, because men have biologically bigger faces. An assistant said there were new rules and all the glasses are now mixed up. So I'm wearing women's glasses right now, and I'm a big dude with a big head. Anyway, I detailed my experience on Twitter and was amazed by the responses from women sharing stories about changing rooms and toilets. Of course, the person who intimidated me was not representative of the trans community. No? But my experience highlights the high risk of self-ID to women's safety. There needs to be greater protection of women's spaces. Ideally, there would be men's spaces. There should be men's spaces, women's spaces, and a gender-neutral space. If not, then what happened to me and worse, well, wait. But who stops the trans woman from going into the women's bathroom? It's the million-dollar question. All right. I want everyone to have equal rights, but I'm worried how a few people will ruin those rights for certain groups. As for the Marquis of Granby, I would find it very hard to go back there and use the toilets, unless I was with a friend. I would be anxious about it, and that's really rather tragic. Transgender inmates, Sturgeon, Rab, prisoners, Ministry of Justice. Okay, we've done prison stuff before. Okay. Sophie from Mars tweeted about this. Wait, was Sophie the trans woman? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so kind of weird story. But I'm not kidding about this, and I'm kind of embarrassed. 1! I went to the Brianna J vigil outside the Department for Education the other day, and then we, 8 friends, went to a pub and we haven't been to the Westminster area. Super Tory, weird anti-Semitic conversation going on between some dudes outside. At one point, what, you mean they were criticizing Israel? At one point, I went to the bathroom upstairs and the ladies' room was absolutely tiny and just generally a bit shit. The stall I went in had no loo roll. So when I stepped out, I had to say to the cis woman who was coming out of the other stall that I needed to go in there for that, because I'd had to talk to her in order to explain that we made kind of awkward small talk about the bathroom in general, and we both washed our hands. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, so she's telling the story. I had to talk to her in order to explain that we made kind of awkward small talk about the bathroom in general, as we both washed our hands. And then she said something like, we'll have to shake. And I paused for a sec to understand she meant to dry our hands. Then I said, oh, I'll just wipe my hands on my jeans. So I can't So I can't 100% confirm that I'm the Wait. Here, Genius. There's no way. So I can't 100% confirm that I'm the terrifying trans from this article. I've looked at pictures. It's the same pub. I can't be sure about the lady. Cis woman look the same to me. But I was there on a Wednesday night and said to a cis woman I'd wipe my hands on my jeans. Just taking some time to process that I've been possibly anonymously sexually harassed in a national newspaper because this Tory dumbass couldn't think about anything else when she saw a trans woman besides dick. Pretty weird. Details that match the article. Marquis of Granby pub. Upstairs event, Wednesday night. Shit bathroom, no loo roll, awkward small talk. Broad-shouldered Giga Chad transgender. Whether or not it was me, I'm increasingly sure it was. She used her weird made-up story to write a letter asking for more transphobia. Normal. Exceptionally normal. You wouldn't be guessing this is you, right? This is 100% you. How many fucking... There aren't that many trans people in the world. Yeah, of course, this is... Jesus Christ. Maybe she's 5'11". Oh yeah, I suppose. Was she just hoping this person wasn't like this trans woman didn't have a platform? Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, it's much more likely that you would wipe your hands on your jeans, not your penis. Yeah. That's... Wow. Bro, thank God for the internet, eh? What a bananas story. That's fucking insane. Yeah, especially if you're having like a perfectly cordial conversation and I'll wipe my hands on my penis. Bro, that's so funny. What a fucking idiot. I mean, she's not really being an idiot. Like, she has an agenda. She wanted to push it. She probably didn't think the trans person she was speaking to in the bathroom and lying about had a platform with nearly 40,000 followers. Yeah, why not just make it the fuck up? What the fuck? Bro. I'm dying. The counselor in question was liking tweets calling Sophie a predator and fetishist. Oh dear. You mean it's transphobia? Wait, do you have evidence of that? Who's the counselor? I just want to double check. Ruby Sampson. Okay. Ruby Sampson. Just want to make sure we've got... Since I'll probably make a segment out of this now. She's quote tweeted at the bottom of the thread. Oh. Oh, here. Well, I can just look at her likes, kind of. Trans-identified men colonizing women's spaces. Okay, that's very weird. So she misheard. The fact is, so she's liking the tweet that's saying that she misheard. Uh-oh. I don't know why. Why does no one just put anything together when they talk about bathrooms? Why do they think banning trans women from the fucking women's bathrooms is going to help? This, even if this is your cause. Compilation of her likes. All right. Bro, this person, what the fuck? Very disturbing. Okay, dude. Okay. My partner said he'd have knocked his block off, which, although not an effective response, also flags potential other public order issues. Oh, wow. Ruby. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Ruby. What a fucking insane story. Keep them all well away from women and children. Shit. Why'd you do an article about why would you do an article about how much you like? Why are you so dumb? Why? Why are you so stupid? Why? Ruby. Why would you, how can, she was able to get out of fucking bed and dress herself. She knew which direction to look for the fucking photograph to be taken. She presumably typed these words with her own human hands about how she supports trans people and trans rights, terms and conditions apply, and then likes a bunch of tweets on her public Twitter account saying to keep all trans people away from women and children, calling them all fucking predators and shit, saying they would knock this trans person's block off. Sick man in a dress. Bro. To be honest, average Tory councillor in the UK. Average anonymous Tory councillor who the party has decided not to put too far in front of the cameras for incredibly obvious reasons. Yeah. You've emailed her staff and the Daily Mail. Yeah. Good job. Good activism. Get him. Take him down. No context. No one's going to know why I retweeted this on my side of things.